You may have seen it before. An old cat stops eating. It slips quietly beneath a bed or into a closet it hasn't visited in years. Sometimes it disappears entirely. Farmers tell stories about cats wandering into fields and never returning. Families wake up one morning to find that a beloved companion has simply gone somewhere no one can find. And if you've lived with cats long enough, you begin to notice a strange pattern. Near the end, many seem to seek solitude. Not all cats do this, but enough of them do that people across cultures, across generations, keep telling the same story. As if, somehow, the cat knew. Not that death was coming in the human sense, not with words or concepts, but with some quieter form of knowledge. And once you've seen it, it's difficult not to wonder. When a cat disappears in its final days, what exactly does it understand? Cats live inside a world you can barely imagine. Their noses contain millions of scent receptors, allowing them to detect changes in their environment long before you notice anything at all. To a cat, the world is not just made of sights and sounds, but invisible chemical signals drifting through the air. A body in decline changes its chemistry, hormones shift, metabolism changes, certain diseases alter scent in subtle ways. Humans often miss these signals entirely. Cats do not. And those changes aren't limited to other animals. A cat may detect changes within its own body as well. The gradual failure of organs, rising inflammation, altered breathing, chemical shifts that occur long before a doctor could ever explain them in words. But sensing change is not the same as understanding it. You can feel a storm coming without understanding meteorology. You can feel fear without knowing why. Perhaps cats experience illness in a similar way, not as an abstract concept called death, but as a deep bodily certainty that something fundamental is changing. Their nervous systems respond to pain differently than humans too. Cats are remarkably skilled at hiding discomfort. In the wild, displaying weakness can attract predators or rivals. Evolution favored animals that concealed vulnerability. Even today, veterinarians often describe cats as masters of disguise. A cat can be seriously ill while appearing almost normal, until suddenly it isn't.
Where does this one go?
Researchers have documented that sick cats frequently withdraw from social interaction, sleep more, hide in enclosed spaces, and reduce grooming. These behaviors are so common that owners are often advised to treat hiding itself as a possible medical warning sign. But here's the question that remains. When a cat hides because it is dying, is it merely following instinct or responding to something it somehow recognizes? The first behavior people notice is hiding. As death approaches, many cats retreat into silence, under beds, behind furniture, into closets or garages. One explanation is simple: vulnerability. In nature, an injured animal is at risk. Hiding conserves energy and reduces exposure to threats. Even domestic cats still carry instincts shaped by thousands of years of survival. Pain itself may also drive isolation. Sick animals often seek darkness, warmth, and stillness. The body narrows its world. But there are moments that feel harder to explain. Some owners describe cats choosing unusual places they've never hidden before. Others say their cats suddenly avoided interaction after years of constant companionship. You can explain these behaviors through biology, and perhaps biology is enough. But when you watch an animal quietly remove itself from the world it once loved, you can't help asking, is hiding simply survival? Or is it a kind of farewell we don't fully understand? The second story comes from a nursing home in Providence, Rhode Island. There lived a cat named Oscar. Oscar was ordinary in almost every way, except for one extraordinary pattern. Staff began noticing that Oscar would climb into bed beside certain patients and remain there during their final hours, again and again. Over time, his apparent accuracy became difficult to ignore. Reports suggested he was present for more than 100 deaths. Scientists searched for explanations. Perhaps Oscar detected chemical changes released by the body near death. Perhaps he sensed shifts in breathing, movement, or temperature. None of these explanations require anything supernatural. And yet, the image remains strangely powerful. A cat quietly keeping watch at the edge of life. Oscar may not have understood death as humans do. But if he recognized its arrival, what exactly did that recognition feel like? Then there are stories that science still struggles to fully explain. Cats returning home to die. Accounts appear across cultures and decades. Cats that vanished while ill only to return to familiar people shortly before death. Some traveled remarkable distances despite weakness or injury. Science approaches these stories carefully. Anecdotes are not experiments. Yet the behavior itself raises difficult questions. Cats possess remarkable navigation abilities. Researchers still debate exactly how they orient themselves in the world. They may rely on smell, landmarks, even Earth's magnetic field. But why return home at all? Perhaps home represents safety. Perhaps familiar humans reduce stress. Or perhaps something in the animal seeks connection when life begins to narrow. Humans often wish to be near loved ones at the end. If cats do the same, what does that reveal about the emotional worlds they carry beside your own? In the end, perhaps the question itself contains a hidden assumption. When you ask whether cats know they will die, you are asking whether they know it the way humans do. Through language, through imagination, through the ability to picture a future that has not yet arrived. But awareness may exist in forms that don't require any of those things. A cat does not need philosophy to feel change. It does not need words to sense that the body is failing. And perhaps it does not need abstract ideas about death to respond meaningfully to its approach. Maybe consciousness is larger than language. Maybe there are ways of knowing that never become thoughts. When your cat curls beside you, hides in silence, or returns home after wandering, you may be witnessing something difficult to name. Not human understanding, but another kind of awareness entirely. And perhaps that is the mystery. Not whether cats know death as you know it, but whether life can recognize its own ending without ever needing words.